Okie dokie. So, I guess I don't know what to do. Because anytime I try to do whatever I want to do, I suck. I screw it up. I say too many times. I beat on the microphone hell of annoyingly. I panic. I do things too fast. My brain's overclocked and I forget all kinds of important details. I ruin every attempt to demonstrate the salt that I know I'm worth. Like, I'm worth more salt than even I think I'm worth. And look at my little logo up there. I already think I'm worth plenty of salt, don't I? But I'm probably worth your salt too, and your next door neighbor's salt, and his cousin's salt. I'm worth all kinds of people's salt. You like, not even joking. But so much salt. Now I guess I just need to have faith that everything will work out and things will just be fair. I'm trying to force my will onto stuff, and it's really not my will that really matters at all. It's God's will that matters, and I need to and I was correctly informed about ego that was inflated, and but well, there's no buts. It's just true. But I like it. I mean, I think it's funny, don't you? Look at that. Look at that up there. Isn't that hella funny? Or is that like, or do you really think that I am being a real dick? Either way, it's funny to me. All right, so I don't even want to talk about this shit. It's like whatever, But like, okay, like really, really though. Like, dead serious. This isn't supposed to be a joke, even though I know people are gonna laugh. But like, really, I am owed at least one Nobel Prize. I want my Nobel Prize. All the way back in 2017, I have been doing everything I can think of to show the world how I was the first one to realize that dark energy didn't exist and that the universe has been slowing down this whole time and isn't speeding up faster and faster and likely to result in a big freeze or a big rip. It will collapse back down to a point, and just like a combustion engine, it will compress and explode once more, and it will pulse just like that. It will be a vibration, a pulse, a frequency, a heartbeat, the universe's heartbeat. And we already have the proof that will happen, and we have the proof that it has been slowing down, as far as we can tell. Now, and that's an important thing to realize. It's and it's not like an idiot's kind of thing to realize. Like it's true. I didn't just write that to be a dick, or just write that to try to act like something I'm not. I wrote that up there because it really is true, and nobody recognizes it, gives me any credit for it, and it hurts my feelings. Of course, I'm only human. Things like I have feelings, right? I want credit for stuff. I don't want the world to think and treat me as though I'm just the biggest piece of shit ever. Like, I'm funny, I'm creative, I'm smart, and I do have good intentions, and I do make valuable contributions to stuff, and I have way more interests and hobbies, and I'm passionate about more things than just internet pornography. But that's what many people, that's how many people view me, though, as just some porn addicted savage with nothing but that going for him, and not worth any salt at all, and a complete moron with like no redeeming qualities. So naturally I want to fight back against that kind of rhetoric, and but I'm not doing a good job yet. Hopefully this video will be better than the last one. All right, and why am I owed a Nobel Prize? Well, that's simple. Because people did win a Nobel Prize for the thing that I can prove is complete bullshit, not true, and there's even mainstream evidence for this now. But back in 2017, I didn't have, all I had was my word. All I had was my explanation of it. If you want to read this, he says, "What's your proof? Show me. Your rambling diatribe you posted is not proof." And then he copied and pasted from Wikipedia some shit that he must have not even read, because what he posted here does say that my rambling diatribe could amount to proof, because it says a sufficient argument for the truth of a proposition is, like, his own definition that he quoted is saying that a rambling diatribe is good. As so long as that rambling diatribe is an argument for the truth of a proposition, which is exactly what it was. He was just rude and wanted to call it a rambling diatribe. But I went ahead and clarified it for him. I said the speed of light is proof. Also, information does not travel faster than light. The speed of a galaxy is information, is it not? So if we're claiming to know that further away galaxies are expanding, are moving away from us faster and faster the further away they are, then we're claiming to know something that's impossible to know, because that information can't travel faster than light, and further away things have older and older light. So all we can know about further away things is what they were doing even a longer time ago. We don't know what they're doing right here, not right here, right now, but right now, right this second. Right now, right this second is harder and harder to know the further away something is. All we can see is what they were doing at the time that light was emitted, which is further and further back in time for further away things. And I said, I know Wikipedia wouldn't agree with me. I'm showing that the mainstream view is wrong, so of course the mainstream information sources will also be wrong. It's impossible to know what faraway galaxies are currently doing. The further away they are, the longer it takes for the light to reach us. Therefore, when we measure the wavelengths and see a larger redshift in further away galaxies, it proves that they were moving away faster back then when the light was emitted, and the closer, more current observations of a galaxy show that they have steadily slowed down over time, with the redshifts getting smaller and smaller. It's not rocket science. I'm sorry, you're one of the sheep that just accepts whatever the herd is saying without having your own thoughts, but you and your herd are full of shit. And he just said, ? Now how could I have responded to his question mark without essentially just saying all this right over again? Like, how could I have explained it any better? What, like, you get it, don't you? How would I have cleared up this confusion any better than I already did? So I didn't say shit. But 3 years later, actually more than 3 years later, I finally did have mainstream evidence for the thing that I discovered. But unfortunately, someone else is going to get the credit for it, and because people haven't given me the credit back when I was saying it in 2017, but now somebody in 2020 is getting all the credit. And when I thoroughly analyzed this article, I actually it became kind of obvious to me that it was my Kickstarter campaign that was the inspiration for this South Korean astronomer to even do the test that he did. And anyway, so this article proved that I was right for all that time. So and that's a very high technical subject or topic. You know, it's a Nobel Prize deserving thing that I was able to discover and myself and be right about before even these scientists, these well-decorated astronomers caught up to me. So if people think that I'm too dumb to know whether or not God's talking to me or not, then I just beg to differ. If I can be 3 years ahead of the curve when it comes to Nobel Prize worthy science, Nobel Prize worthy, cutting edge cosmology, then why would I be so utterly wrong about my identity and something that I experienced myself? Why do other people think that they must have a much better understanding of something I experienced than I do? Why do other people think that I would be crazy enough to be wrong or unsure and incorrect about something I went through, and why would I lie about the thing that I went through and the implications of it? What good am I getting from it? What good am I likely to get from it, even if people agreed and were on board and backed me 100%? Like, it's not a sex, drugs, and rock and roll future for me, even if I wanted it, right? It's so, there's like next little to no, if any incentive at all, to want to lie about something like that, let alone have a really well thought out plan to be able to trick people into being convinced of it. It's just pretty odd to me that it's taking this long, and people are this opposed to this thing that really is like pretty much like the most interesting thing that will happen in your lifetime. The thing that like the majority of the world is actually looking forward to, and you know, like in the you know, like what? Come on, people! What are you waiting for? There's already been miracles. There is nobody else with even half of a as good a story. there's like, yeah, it doesn't make sense to wish it wasn't true. It doesn't make sense to hate the idea of it being true, and it is true. So why would that be a problem? You know, and at the very least, please let me pass a lie detector test before you decide one way or the other. Like, that's the least you could do is allow me to prove I'm telling the truth before you decide I'm full of shit and punish me for it. Like, I'm not saying anything that's even worthy of a punishment happening. I'm saying something that people should be kind of stoked about, if anything, you know? And it's just, you know, I can't believe that not even one person is, like, in support of it. Like, there's people that are polite about it, which I appreciate very much, but, like, I got nobody that is even willing to take it seriously, and nobody that supports me at all. And it's like, if I was you, or if I wasn't me, and I heard my story and everything, like I would definitely be on my team, and not only that, I would be kissing my ass so sweet, so fucking sweet, because it's like, you know, like, I mean, why? Because why wouldn't I? Like, that's somebody you want on your team, right? Why wouldn't anybody want that guy on their team? I should be pretty goddamn desirable. You should pretty much want me on your team, no matter what. Like, and nobody's kissing my ass sweet at all. People are doing the exact opposite, and it's fucking killing me. I'm gonna take a break. Let me know what you think down below.